Thank you. Thanks. Okie dokie. All right, let's get this show on the road. Hold on a second, because I've got my little timer thing over here. Keep myself on track. That's it. Get my clicker thingy-jiggery. Hi, good morning, greetings. Thanks so much for being here. There's a million places you could be, and look at you, you showed up here. I'm very honored and delighted. This is my first time at HubSpot, and actually it's my first time in Boston. So thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. And, oh, thank you. My gosh, there's some Bostonians here. So I got about 45 minutes of content. I'm going to pack into 35 minutes because we want to make sure we have about 10 minutes of Q&A. And as always, I do like to pre-schedule some tweets. So obviously you're following the hashtag inbound15. I've got a whole bunch of tweets coming out. You're welcome to access those because I often put additional links and whatnot that you'll be able to get value from. In particular, my slides are there. You can help yourself. Put up a landing page. My slides are there. They're on SlideShare. And there's also some additional resources if you want to click the button. So that's how that goes. So let's see. If this is the first time you're hearing me speak and you've only ever maybe read my tweets or my Facebook posts or not at all, first time you're even hearing of me, you can tell I just have a wee bit of an accent. So just in case, I'll explain what it is. I'm actually born in Canada. Any Canadians in the house? Woohoo! Good on you, eh? So, so you're going to hear me say like out and about, and I like to go up in the mountains, and then you'll start hearing me like rolling my R's, and you're like, wait, where's she from? So my parents are both Scottish. I was born in Canada, and then I lived in Edinburgh for 20 years. And then I came to California in 1999. Basically, long story short, I came with 50 British pounds in my pocket, with 2 suitcases, knowing one person, and then I like to joke about being an overnight success, 10 years in the making. Can anybody relate? But anyway, so I've got basically Scottish, Canadian, Californian, Scandinavian, something like that, and I get very excited about my topic. I'm very, very passionate about Facebook. I got involved with Facebook in 2007, and I just absolutely love Facebook, and I love what I do. And so if I get really excited and my accent starts thickening up, we'll see if we can get some subtitles for you, okay? All right, let's dive in. So here's what we're going to cover for you. So real quick, 3 critical Facebook trends, top mistakes. This was amazing. So you guys are some of the smartest people here learning how not to do Facebook and how hopefully to do it right. I know that there's a broad range here. There's complete beginners to absolute advanced here, and some folks were asking me what level is this going to be at, and I really do my best in all my talks to incorporate all levels, okay? So there's a beginner, intermediate, and advanced. There's something for everybody here today. We're going to talk about your objectives, your content strategy, and my 4-phase content and profit system, and then amplification strategy to make sure you're getting leads. Because after all, one of the main purposes of Facebook is to generate leads. And then you're going to nurture the relationships through email and other means, okay? On we go. Let's dive in. So here's the thing. Most people understand this probably. I think this is a fairly savvy audience. I've been here all week, in fact. I flew in early just to make sure that I was in the front row to see Brene Brown. She's one of my favorite speakers on the planet. And who enjoyed Amy last night? Amy Schumer? Yeah? Oh my God, yeah, she is a funny lady. It's so funny because my partner and I were talking about how both Brene and Amy, they're similar, making a difference in the world. They're very, very comfortable in their own skin. They're great, great women leaders. In any case, I digress. So the problem with Facebook organic reach explained in a single graphic. So here we go. So not seeing your content, not seeing your content, nope, crickets, crickets, crickets. Oh my gosh. Only 6%, roughly, if you're lucky. It could be between 1 and 6%. Everybody knows organic reach has plummeted, right? Organic reach is down, and my friend Jay Baer, many of you know Jay, he has this wonderful mashup graphic created that as organic reach plummets, the Facebook stock price is going up. Well, of course, it's people are, pay to play, and a lot of small businesses that I talk to around the country and the world, they get frustrated. Now, why is Facebook pay to play? Well, folks, it's not 2012 anymore, right? It's like Facebook Facebook, they got really, really became an inextricably linked part of our life, right? They're part of our day-to-day habit. First thing in the morning, last thing at night, through the night, multiple times a day. 14 times a day is the average that people check their Facebook. I don't know about you, I'm more like 14 times an hour. So I'm an anomaly, I'm sure folks here are too. But in any case, this is not necessarily bad news. I mean, that little sliver there, that means good news, that you can actually extremely laser target through incredible granular Facebook ad targeting. The most targeted traffic that your Facebook, your advertising dollars can buy. And Instagram now, right? It's very, very exciting that you can do the same kind of targeting on Instagram. So let's see, this thing is supposed to click. Come on, I press you and you move. That's our deal. All right, so why? Why is organic reach just so low? This is Facebook's explanation, okay? There's more content, people have more friends. Back in the day, 07, 08, the average number of friends was about 130, and now it's something like 350. Of course, there's the Dunbar 150, right? You could supposedly only connect with about 150 people who actually know them in your mind. But then some people say, well, Mario, why does Facebook limit us at 5,000 friends? And I'm like, well, turn the follow button on. How many of you have follow enabled on your profiles? Oh my gosh, all the rest of you are so secret and private. Or you just don't like raising your hands. No, but, and no, seriously, I have all due respect. If you choose to use your personal profile just for personal, that's what it's designed for. For me personally, I find it a tremendous, tremendous way to reach more people in the newsfeed. You've basically got 3 audiences that you can use in this newsfeed, or you can reach. You've got, if you post to just friends from your profile, if you open up and you turn your follow button on, now when you post to public, that's a whole other group of people. I have 500,000 followers, 500,000 followers. And okay, so some of them are from Egypt and India, and that's okay. They're not necessarily going to be buyers, but you know, there's an awful lot, a wider audience is my point. And then of course you've got your fans, and then you've got people that you advertise to. Now then, on any given day, when you visit your newsfeed, there are between 1,500 and 15,000 potential stories that Facebook could show you. Did you know that the algorithms, the Facebook newsfeed ranking algorithm, a lot of people call it edge rank. Facebook never called it edge rank, but people call it edge rank. Basically, there's like 100,000 weights. It's insane, it's crazy. And we only know maybe about 10 or 20 of them. And so then out of all those potential stories, Facebook chooses just 300 to display to you. They've done an amazing job over the last even 6 months or so of giving us way more controls. I love that see first, right? Do you all know about the see first? You can choose to have someone show up first in pages or profiles. Jeremiah Aouyang, if anybody know him, yeah, I see a few heads nodding. Jeremiah is one of my favorite people to follow. Have him, he's one of my first people. And of course, your content's affected by user interaction or lack thereof. It always cracks me up when I see these posts from people saying, oh, okay then, like this post to make sure that you keep seeing my content, or Facebook's doesn't let everybody see my posts, and you know, just unfriend me if you're not going to read my stuff. And it's like, you know, all due respect, those people don't really understand how Facebook works. So anyway, this is just explaining to you, you know, why organic reach has gone down. And we're going to talk a little about advertising and how you can reach your market as well. Let's dive in first to some of your trends, your critical trends here. So first off, and this is not news to most of you, but there's a few key points I want to make. Facebook is absolutely disrupting television and video. It's becoming, if not already, the biggest like multimedia television, if you will, live TV now, especially with the Facebook Live. You know, we've got Periscope, Meerkat, and Blab's all the rage right now, and so all this live, you know, interaction that people just love. And so with this aspect of being able to put up live video or recorded video, now then, one of the things really interesting, there's no sound on this, I just want to I'm just going to let that play while I share this with you. A recent study about 6 months ago by Ogilvy revealed that 73% of the video on Facebook is ripped from somewhere else. Ouch! Well, that's really not good. So of course people are going to YouTube, and you probably read about it. This is called freebooting, where actually people are downloading and scraping videos and then uploading them as native. Now, Facebook's doing their best they got this matching technology that they're bringing in, so that how it's going to work, it can scan real quick millions of videos, and all it's going to do is notify the original owner of that video, hey, your content is up here, do you want it taken down? Very different than what YouTube does, but it's going to be an evolving market, something that we really want to keep our eyes on. And you know, I suppose it depends. I was thinking, well, why would they do it that way? Truth be told, it could actually be beneficial if you know, somebody's got 15 million hits on your video and you're getting some good traffic and leads from it. Well, say, yeah, leave it up. But you know, it's unfortunate. It's just one of those things that we're going to need to be really working closely with Facebook on. All right, so this is supposed to be a video, but it's just an audio. In fact, it's not even audio. Ooh, fancy that. So what this one is, yeah, look at that. Yeah, well, I went to the speaker room earlier and we didn't quite get it fixed, but that's okay. What I wanted to make here, the point of this video is actually on my page. And real quick, I'm gonna give a shout out to a fellow Canadian, Jenny Beck. Her name is J-A-E-N-Y, and Beck is B-A-I-K. She is from Vancouver, and she's got 10 years in television. And she and I met recently at an event in Dallas, and she's did an amazing job just with her iPhone. And she's like this, and she used her arm as a you know, well, yeah, even with the 6 Plus, big giant thing like this, right? She just hold it like that. She did a really, really good job. That's what I wanted to show you there. And not even extra microphones. It just was a really well-produced video. Well, I said to her, after she put it up on her page, I said, Jenny, would you mind Dropboxing me your original HD video, and I want to load it up on my page as a native video. You're going to get much more visibility with that. And I'll put whatever link you want up there, and happy to send people your way. And she totally agreed, of course. I mean, that's a win-win way to do you know, video sharing. I'm going to be doing a free Facebook webinar next month with Cision, the big PR engine, and I'm recording a video for them. And same thing, I said to them, look, I'll give you the native video. You guys put it on your page, and you'll get much more organic views. Native video on Facebook has the #1 organic views right now, and especially live. How many people in the audience have Facebook Live, have access to it? Anybody? Peg, you and I are the only ones? Wow. I got to tell you folks, Facebook Live is probably, I saw a couple other hands here, I'm most excited about Facebook Live than probably anything else in the last year or so that's come out of Facebook. I'm really anxious for it to come out to more users. It's coming to verified profiles. The only reason they're doing a phased rollout is because you can imagine 1.5 billion users of, like, you know, your newsfeed would be filled with, hi world, hey, you know, just a whole bunch of people just chit-chatting on their videos. But it's coming, they're going to have it to all users. Now, can Facebook overtake YouTube? One of my tweets I have coming out is actually to a wonderful blog post by Om Malik, right, the founder of GigaOM, and he has an excellent article, and it really goes in deep detail about why and how Facebook can overtake YouTube. This is one of his charts. Mobile video for sure. Mobile video traffic is supposed to grow 55% each year until 2020. Right now, there's 600 million LTE subscribers. 3.7 by 2020. So micro video, right? So those little short videos. Actually, our friend Guy Kawasaki, are you living right now? Yeah. Oh, hey. Hi, Facebook world and Peg's peeps. One of the ways I saw Guy Kawasaki using this Facebook Live is literally just doing like 60-second, like he's showing you what's in his backpack or something like that. So he's not necessarily using it to do, you know, like a live session with his peeps. There's going to be so many uses. I really encourage everybody in the audience to be thinking about whether for you yourself in your own business, or you're an agency, you work with clients, really be coming up with strategies for how to use live video to make it interesting, engaging, behind the scenes, storytelling, Q&A, fun, really that whole aspect of humanizing and personalizing your business and the brand, inviting people in. I've got some examples of that coming up. Facebook's absolutely becoming a media channel. It's 10 times bigger than the biggest TV channel on the planet, ESPN. That's a little stat from our friends at Social Bakers. I love socialbakers.com. If you haven't checked them out, for sure do. Trend number 2. Again, now I wrote a book called The New Relationship Marketing. Something is very, very close to my heart is the concept of relationship marketing, which to me that's what all social media is, inbound, outbound. All marketing is essentially building those relationships. As we all know, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. One aspect of what Facebook is doing is this messenger for business. Back in March at the FA annual conference, Facebook announced, hello, the messenger is now a the API is now open, and then it's a standalone app, right? And so then they also announced that they're going to be able to integrate, in fact, they've started to already, to integrate Messenger with online merchants, okay? So think about that. It's almost as good as being able to text message with your customers. So someone goes online and orders something, and then it pops up, you know, oh, hey, John, you just got that shirt in red. It's coming now in your favorite blue. Would you like us to send it in your size? One click. Sure, Facebook. Click that little messenger button. They've got your credit card, your whatever address and shipping and all that. Track packages. I mean, it's really a seamless integration. And in years coming, I can see this being an incredible tool that companies who really get the importance of exceptional social customer care using both public commenting and private behind the scenes with this messenger app absolutely will be rising to the top. Now then, and I've got some other stats about that for you. Response time. This is kind of the bane of some page owners' lives. If you respond to 90% of your messages in a median response time of just 5 minutes, I don't know where they keep up with that number, but then you get that magic little, ooh, green, it's only the good news, it's only public facing, very responsive to messages, once you meet that criteria. And you have to then maintain it, but it doesn't show up until you do. So it's a really interesting metric. I've been experimenting on my own page. I have some of my clients and students that have got literally millions of fans. They've deployed an entire team to manage the private message box and are managing to maintain that very responsive. Depending on the kind of business you do, you might want to really strive for putting your dollars and your resources into trained, passionate, committed social media managers, community managers to offer tremendous service. It really, really pays off. So on that note, actually I'm going to back up for a second because I think it's there. On that note about social customer care and response time. Now, Social Bakers, I think I have this going out as a tweet. Social Bakers, they're a social analytics company out of Prague in the Czech Republic. Shout out to Jan and the team. They do often studies. Now then, here we are in the United States. I consider myself, I'm very blessed to have 2 passports, an American green card, Canadian passport, British passport. I'm not an American citizen, but I absolutely am a resident alien. I'd put my little antenna away at night. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why they call that, right? I'm a resident alien. But anyway, the point I'm leading up to is I love this country. I love it with a passion, and I love San Diego, I love California, and our social customer care in the United States, that is, the messages we respond to on Twitter and on Facebook, is really bad. On Facebook, the United States ranks number 23 out of 24 countries. On Twitter, I believe off the top of my head, the number is something like 33 out of 37. And I'm pretty sure that's the tweet going out. So folks, the bad news is, oh my God, that sucks. The good news, and we got work to do. The good news, we have a profound opportunity right here to bring incredible social customer care through our channels, our primary channels, Facebook and Twitter for most people, probably Instagram too, LinkedIn and Pinterest, that by having fast response and courteous and kind and going above and beyond, surprise and delight, really wooing and wowing your customers, bam, you are really going to rise to the top. So anyway, I really harp on about that. It's one of my favorite topics about social customer care. Trend 3, brand storytelling. This is absolutely, see, they go hand in hand. The beautiful thing, folks, when you offer exceptional customer care, you're automatically going to have an amazing number of great stories to tell, putting the spotlight on your customers, doing case studies, and featuring how amazing that your customers are doing. This is Sven. Sven is out of San Diego, and he's the founder of a company called Jelly Skateboards. He makes glass skateboards. They're made out of bulletproof glass. Now then, as I am going around the country with Facebook, and we are actually introducing at each of the cities just four small business success stories. Now then, there are 40 million active Facebook pages, okay, for small businesses, small business active Facebook pages. Out of those 40 million, only 2 million are active advertisers. Aha. So we can see Facebook's like, wait a second, that's 38 million people that need to understand, or hopefully can be educated to understand how the paid products work, okay, how the advertising works. And so that's where Sven was one of the four in San Diego, has a fabulous story about how when he was a kid, his father made him this glass skateboard, and then when he was in college, he didn't want to buy a car, and so he just was transporting himself around one of these jelly skateboards, or glass skateboards. And he's done exceptionally well with himself for his business on both Instagram and Facebook. A great, great story. Another one, now this is out of Minneapolis. This is Cale and his sister Aubrey. And they have what's called now in Scotland, I would pronounce this the herbivorous. Herbivorous, really, of the rolled R's, but it's called herbivorous. The herbivorous butcher basically is meatless meat. And Cale and Aubrey have an amazing story, and they're funky and they're cool. How fortuitous that his name's Cale and he has a vegan business. This guy was so much fun, and they do these live videos and they do these pop-up stands, and they have this loyal tribe of people following them around and wanting to purchase their meatless meat. So storytelling is really a huge part of doing your marketing on Facebook today. That's Cale there on one of the panels there at Minneapolis. People-centric, Mark Zuckerberg said it on the stage in FA in March, making sure that we're more people-centric. As you know, that's his mission, make the world more open and connected. Now then, how many of you here have heard of Atlas? A few of you, wow, okay, goodness. Quite a few, okay, maybe about 3, no, 3 or 4. It's all good, it's coming. It's gonna get much more mainstream probably in 2016. So, you all know how retargeting works, right? If you don't, real quick synopsis, basically you go to a website, you're looking at something to buy, in my case it's probably a dress or shoes, and then I leave that site whether I buy it or not, and all of a sudden that dang thing starts stalking me all over the internet and on Facebook until I buy it. And then sometimes it's still stalking me when they don't do an exclusion audience, right? And so that works by cookies, and cookies don't work on mobile. So Facebook is striving to solve that problem by doing tracking and retargeting through Facebook login. So now your advertising and targeting is through device. That's the premise of Atlas, is to reach people at the right time on the right devices, the right people at the right devices. So this is fun. This is John here, and he's checking out Ferrari's website. He's thinking about buying Maria Ferrari, and he's checking out the specs, and then he happens to have his phone here, and then he's like, whoa, look at that, an ad just popped up on his phone. Hey, John, take us for a test drive. That's the best kind of visual I can do to explain to you like how Atlas will work when it's coming on mainstream. It's available now to certain partners with Facebook. Very excited about this. This is going to be a game changer. All right, top Facebook marketing mistakes. I can run through this real quick. Facebook ads don't work. I hear this all the time. Even at these Facebook Boost Your Business events, people are coming up going, somebody I met recently actually in Dallas, she says to me, Maria, I spent $10,000 on Facebook ads recently. I hardly got anything. And people say, oh, Facebook, oh, I tried Facebook ads. Oh my God, does it work? Now, with all due respect, my usual answer is, honestly, it's user error. Because the right targeting, the right copy, the right image, and absolutely crucial, the right landing page. There is this concept called frame of mind marketing. That means when people see your ad in their newsfeed and it's compelling enough, they click on it and they go, whoa, okay, great, this looks like it'd be a fit for me. I was kind of looking for this. How did they know? Oh, it's targeted. And then they click through, and it's one of the biggest breaks in the system is where they click through and there's a disconnect. It's not mobile friendly, or it's completely different, and the offer's different, etc. So that frame of mind marketing, making sure that the landing page that you're targeting that people land on, obviously, after they click on the ad, that has to be very seamless. So people, they tried it. So many businesses are trained to just try it. It really is user error, not a clear message, confusing landing page, a wrong target. And people say, oh, I tried advertising. I ended up with, 1,000 new people just from Nepal. I'm like, well, did you get very specific about your geo-targeting, or like what zip codes or country or city? And usually they don't. They try to target millions of people and be, global. So the key, obviously, is education. That's why we're here today. That's why we're all learners. We're all lifelong learners. I do have a report on that, mariasmith.com/inbound. We tweeted it out, but you're welcome to go ahead and download a couple of free reports I got for you. One is on my 10 tips for getting better ad ROI, and then this one you see up there is on mistakes that people make. So I've got all the mistakes and solutions in there. Well, not all of them, but the top. So not responding to your posts and comments. We already talked about that, being low on the country, being able to really be responsive with your social customer care. And your posts are overly promotional. I see this a lot, especially in the ads. Guess what, folks? It's okay to boost posts or to promote posts in the newsfeed that are not always selling something. And I'll teach you a tactic about that in a minute, a strategy. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Only using the boost button. How many of you use the boost button? Okay. Great. How many people use Power Editor? Yay, my peeps. Honestly, the Power Editor, man, I was in there last night. They're always changing things. It can be a little complex. It's unwieldy, right? I'm seeing some heads nodding here. It is like really, well, I mean, there are some third-party services that you can use, and to really maximize your Facebook ads and not have the headaches of how the platform works. Promoting posts without a measurable ROI, even if that's getting better engagement, targeting the wrong audience, not having a budget at all for ads. And guess what? Number 7. So there's a company called Mixpo, and they came out with a stat recently that 90% of Fortune 500 companies are not doing Facebook ads right. They don't use pixels. They're not using pixels, tracking pixels, conversion pixels, and retargeting pixels. There's really only 2 kinds of pixels, conversion and retargeting. So if you're using pixels, you're ahead of a vast majority of companies out there. It's a good thing. Now then, what are you saying? I'm doing a quick poll here. I like to do this with most audiences. Here's the thing. I wanted to see by raise of hands what you think is the most important. How many people here think that if you have the absolute, hands down, best product or service, then you're going to be successful? Your business is going to be successful. Note takers? Oh, a couple of people. All right. How about leadership? The best management team ever. Really amazing leaders. Best CEO, a few hands, okay, great. How about margin, the best profit? The more profit you make, then the better, right? You're going to be successful. Really great profit margin. Oh, a few hands, a few takers. All right, maybe you're just not hand raisers. How about sales and marketing? Who would agree? Absolutely, you should all be raising your hands. Hello, we're at a week-long marketing conference, right? It is absolutely. What is the #1 restaurant in the world? Does anybody know? That's McDonald's. Restaurant? #1 wine, I forget the name of it even, but it's like that boxed wine that you get in like a supermarket. It's all sales and marketing. It's all about marketing. My friend Darren Hardy, he's the publisher of Success Magazine. He says nothing happens until somebody sells something. Nothing. So we have to keep that in mind with our Facebook marketing. And they've got these beautiful call to action buttons now. Now we've completely removed all buttons and extraneous information from the cover image. And we've got this big, beautiful call to action button on our cover images on our Facebook pages. Some objectives. You want to obviously get traffic to your website, increase your online sales, launch a new product, build your email list. Fantastic, fantastic way to use Facebook. One of the ways you can do that is by doing contests. I just held a contest recently. We drew the names on August 31st. It was win a day with me. Come and spend a whole day and how to make over your business and teach you Facebook marketing. We had 1,800 new leads just in just a short period of time doing a contest on my page. Improving customer service, of course, and driving in-store sales, getting more check-ins, getting more people in the door, foot traffic if you have a local business, all right? Leave that for 2 seconds so some folks take pictures. You do have these slides, mariasmith.com/inbound, like I say. Right, moving along. Content strategy. Here's some power tips. The thing is, Facebook said, Mark Zuckerberg said not long ago that they are not looking to increase the quantity of ads in the Facebook newsfeed. They're looking to improve the quality. They want us to reach a point where the ads that we see, the paid content, the sponsored stories, that are as timely and relevant as the posts that your friends share. Whoa, think about that. Well, I'm just surfing through, oh, here's so-and-so just had a baby. Oh, look at that person's getting married. Oh, here Jeannie and so-and-so got engaged, whatever. Oh, here's an ad for Target or Starbucks. And you have that same kind of warm, fuzzy feeling that you did with looking at your friends' content. That's what Facebook's after. You want to create content that stands out, but still contextual. I like to think of my content in 3 buckets. So when you're posting content on your Facebook page, It's informative, it's educational. It's probably the top kind of content from business, anyway, business, certainly business to business. Entertainment, you make people laugh, cry, or go, oh, then you'll be, you increase your chances of being more, quote, viral. People will share it. You increase your shareability factor. And the third part is what I call CTA, which means call to action, of course, all of you know. It means that it has a call to action. You're inviting people. Click here, go opt in, sign up, buy now, things like that. Sign up for a free webinar, or download a report, or enter this contest. Now then, the holy grail, if you will, is a post that has all three of these, okay? So you'd actually have, you could have something that's informative and it's shared in an entertaining way, and it has a call to action. So just a real simple way to put your content into buckets. So a few tips for you, and I'm just keeping an eye on the time. Want to make sure we've got Q&A. Now then, this is something that's a kind of a concept that not everybody I talk to understands, but it's like if you craft your content with your audience in mind. In other words, share on Facebook is what retweet is to Twitter, right? You want to ideally get the maximum shares. Liking and commenting are great, of course they are, but share is like free word of mouth, free visibility, and especially with your public posts, that's SEO on Google too. And so when you craft your content and think to yourself, my audience is going to see this in their newsfeed. What's going to compel them to go, oh my God, this is so good, I have to share it with my peeps, with my friends or my fans. And that's one of the things I do on my page. That's how I think about it. Obviously, prompt response, we've talked about that. Personalizing your post, writing in first person if possible, really making it warm, addressing your commenters by first name. Facebook, believe it or not, for many, many years were not good at their own customer service, customer care. Now, if you go to facebook.com/Facebook, you'll see that they have deployed an entire team of moderators and people who will answer questions, and they use first names and they sign off with their first name. It's very personal. You want to be friendly and upbeat, but not try too hard. Humor works with some audiences done tastefully. And certainly keep an eye on other Facebook pages. You've got that pages to watch feature inside of your page as well. Great app, I want to give a shout out here. If you just go to 22mari.com, it's an excellent, excellent app that will allow you to do the contest. That app, I told you that I just got 1,800 new leads running a contest. You can do giveaways, you can host webinars, you can do live streaming through it, you name it. It's really, really a great app. And what else do I have there? Yep, that's it's a Facebook approved, it's a Facebook app, works on mobile, and a really, really great company based in San Diego. All right, so now let me take you through my number 5 item on the agenda. This is just a simple way to think about content. I've been teaching this to my clients and students for a little while now, and it really, really works in terms of thinking about your content rolling out in phases. It works if you have launches. Now, I typically do a free webinar. Maybe it could be once a quarter, it could be once a week. So this where I'm saying 4 phases. It could be once a week, or it could be once a quarter. And so you start out with, there's the 4 phases, and I'll go into each one. This is where you're posting what I call your fundamentals, your everyday posts. This is your own blog post. It's also what I call OPC, other people's content. There's engagement, there's community, there's listening. You're maybe gathering up some lookalike audiences here. You're driving people through some promoted posts to your website and gathering your website custom audiences, doing some listening. Now you're getting anticipation building up. You could even put your cover images changing. Save the date, big reveals coming, or we have a big launch. Maybe it's for an event, or a free event or a paid event, live, virtual. You have a countdown, there's a contest maybe. Now, in the week 3 or month 3, however you're going to roll this out, you get really into big promotion mode. And now you're going to start really doing some paid promotion. My dear friend Mike Stelzner, founder of Social Media Examiner.com, I was one of his early fire starters that helped him to get that launched. And he implements a very similar model to this. And you'll see how he does his promotion, very similar in phases. And then, early bird specials, cutoffs, etc. And then I do what I call my follow-up phase, where I'm saying, there's last minute, there's still time to join, here's some case studies. And then, so in other words, the promotion goes like that, and then it tapers off, and then it goes up again. That way you're not just in this constant fire hose, buy my stuff, sign up now. And there are companies out there that do that, and it just doesn't feel good to the audience. So you can think about implementing some phases, all right? Now then, next up, the lead generation strategy, and we've covered some of it, but just to summarize, because I am going to need to switch over to some Q&A real quick. So then, it's totally okay to pay to amplify the reach of your blog posts containing helpful tutorials. This is a brilliant strategy. It's kind of a three-part strategy, if you will. Create excellent, quality, relevant content on your blog, share it on your Facebook page, get some organic reach first. I am not a fan of that always-on boosting strategy. Some people are. It means that every time people see your content, it has a little sponsored label on it. It's up to you, but my personal preference is to get a little bit of organic reach, then amplify it. Now you start gathering your custom website audience, because now you can then target those same people with offers and invitations to go to different parts of your website. All right, so this is actually Neil Patel's here, Beginner's Guide to Running Facebook Ads That Convert. Now, I wouldn't necessarily pay to promote what I call OPC, other people's content, but I might periodically my own. And then, like I say, you're going to retarget, put those what's called dark posts or unpublished posts, and definitely lookalikes. The thing about lookalike audiences, by the way, you want to target maybe about 10% of the lookalike. You don't want to try and target millions of people. You get your lookalikes, and lookalike, if anybody here doesn't know, basically you upload your own email list, or you get the visitors to your website, and then you say to Facebook, hey, create me an audience that's similar to these people. And it's just brilliant. It's really, really a very, very effective strategy. This is our friends Leadpages, a fabulous app or platform or tool to create lead pages. Real quick, so I'm just actually going to throw these all up because I know we want to get to Q&A and I'm running out of time. How many do I have here? 9. Organic reach tips. It is still possible to get organic reach. Native video. Try posting outside of business hours, especially if you have a global audience. You'd be surprised how many people are on their computer and checking Facebook at 11 o'clock at night or 1 in the morning. It is amazing. Mix up your frequency. This is counterintuitive. People all the time, they think, oh gosh, I'm not getting much reach. I'm going to push more content out. Try less. Folks, I will go sometimes 2 and 3 days without posting anything. And then I post something and it's like it gets really great reach. Mix up the links, include tags of other posts, repost popular posts. Don't be afraid to repost. Drive traffic from other sources. Let's see what else I got for you. Now then, Facebook Live, as I say, is an absolute game changer. It's coming. It's only now. Here's a trick for you folks. Well, let's see. It may work if you do not yet have the Mentions app. Go to the App Store, download Facebook Mentions. Okay. I was thinking with my accent, I'm saying mansions like big house, but it's a Mentions app. And then what you'll do...
Hello, greetings, Maria Smith here, streaming live.
Streaming live. That was supposed to be a video, but that was when I did my first live. The day that it came out, I happened to be speaking on stage in Dallas, and we did a live demo of it. I wanted to do one here today. I don't know if we're going to run out of time here, but... so download the Mentions app, and then Facebook will possibly ask you if you want to verify your page. If and when you ever get an opportunity to upload photo ID to Facebook, I recommend you do. You can always blank out your actual driver license number or passport number if you want to, but Facebook's on a mission to make sure that we're real human beings and we are who we say we are. And you'll get that blue check mark, and then you'll get Facebook Live sooner than later. All right, so this is actually real quick. So this was a post that I put up. Facebook had recently changed their cover image. Funnily enough, I was on Skype with Mike Stelzner, and I just happened to know, Mike, I have to go right now. I got something to post. And this ended up getting almost 100% reach. I've got about 150, 160,000 fans, and this got 140,000 reach, organic, all organic, over 1,300 shares. And one of the ways that I do this is because I do breaking news. It's focused, it's direct. I've tried many times to post other content other than Facebook marketing or Facebook tips, and it will not get as much engagement or reach. I just know that my audience come to me for that one key thing, and that's what I encourage for you too, to really be focused and know that people come to you for a specific reason or answer. One of the secrets I say to Facebook success is to be a member first and a marketer second. When you're looking through your own Facebook newsfeed, you really want to be thinking about how does this land with me. I'm just whizzing through this real quick. These are all the Boost Your Business events around the country that we've done so far. I've spoken literally to thousands of small business owners around the country, and these are some of their biggest challenges. By far, number one, content. And you know what? To the average person on the street, the average business, they don't even know what content means. We do. We're marketers. We're content marketers. We're inbound marketers. We know what that means, but you have to almost explain to them what's content, how to create it, what does that look like. where to focus, how to do it all, how to compete, organic versus paid, and how to measure ROI. So folks, I think that's all I got for you. You can help yourself to these resources. Like I say, we do have a few minutes for questions. If anybody wants to ask anything, there's a microphone here up front in the middle, I believe. And yeah. Oh, with that, I got a little video for you, but we'll just play this while you're coming up. You got a question? Yeah, we got about 2 or 3 questions. This was just, I'm gonna just stop that for now. Yes, please, go ahead.
So I can ask my question over your club music right there?
That's okay.
So I'm one of these people that doesn't love Power Editor. Like, it's okay. So my question is about Facebook dark posts. Like, one of the ways that I run it is, like, I like running it as an unpublished post so that it appears in the mobile and the news feed. But like, to create an audience, I pretty much have to like I'll create an audience like, as though I were boosting a regular post, and then I have to go edit that audience in Power Editor if I want like a more, like if I want to add the demographics and I just want it to be more targeted. So is there a work around that? And the second is that right now there's no way to edit a dark post in the pages in Power Editor. Like if I make a post but then I need to adjust it somehow, like there's no way to edit that. Or do you know about one?
I don't, and I wish I did. So yeah, you're doing it the right way. First part of the question, you're doing it the right way. Is the only way to edit the audience is in the Power Editor. I would think there's going to be enough demand for that editing a dark post. Thing is that every time you edit an ad, that Facebook has to reapprove it. Because you can imagine people are going to abuse that, right? They're going to have like, oh, it got through the 20% text rule, and all of a sudden they go in and edit it, and it's got like 90% text and slips under the wire.
Even before it runs.
Before it runs, yeah.
When it's still in Power Editor, like you can't edit it there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it's coming. I'll try to find out for you. Yeah, good question. Thank you so much. Yes, go ahead.
Hi, I work for a company called Engager, and we're a social customer care platform.
Awesome. Wow.
And it sounds like we have a shared mission here, because
I
indeed,
gotta check you out.
many companies, some really do, and some really don't yet see the power of like talking directly to your customers on social media.
Yeah.
Right? And I wonder if you can share any things that you found that really resonate with large companies to convince them that yes, don't just think call center, don't just think email inbox. Social media is also where you should be serving your customers directly. Like, what are some arguments you've used successfully to make them see the light?
Yeah, I love where you're going with this. So if you haven't already, you want to check out Social Bakers. Are you familiar with Social Bakers?
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic, because I know they have a lot of great studies and case studies and whatnot. But I think that to the people you want to convince is like, you got to show them the numbers. I know there's studies out there. I saw one that was done years ago, Mr. Youth, MrYouth.com. It was featured in a blog called Simply Zesty out of Ireland, and I loved that. They created this infographic, and they said that when people got a response to their comment or post, 80% of them went on to make a buying decision. It's insane. So you can imagine even that one fact, that one nugget, telling people that. It's like, I tell people that social customer care is money in the bank. You know why? People fundamentally, humans, we're all the same. We want to know that we matter, that we belong, somebody's listening, somebody cares. And so that, and I always say too, trained customer care people is crucial for the business, because when when emotions go up, intelligence goes down. So it's like if somebody's like in there, oh, that person's bugging me, and they answer back, you end up this heated debate. You've got to have people who are very trained at the soft skills as well, right? But
Absolutely,
in any case, we should definitely chat, and I'd love to help you out with any resources and stats and facts. Bottom line, it's got to be the bottom line. I mean, you're going to try and convince companies of why they should invest in a tool for customer care. We work with a company called Agora Pulse out of France. Emmerich, some of you guys might know Emmerich or know Agora Pulse. He does social customer care. But yeah, thanks for your question. Let's chat after.
All right, let's do that. Thanks so much.
Yeah, I think we've got one more. They're probably going to kick me off. One more question, and then I will be here. I'm more than happy. I love Q&A. I love my brain to be challenged by questions. I always say there's no question I can't answer, and if I don't know the answer, I'll find out for you.
Can you explain what you meant by targeting only 10% of your lookalike audience?
Right, so when you create a lookalike, you then want to go in and start drilling down and actually putting other parameters to make sure you're narrowing by the demographic, by interest, by the different categories in there. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I think what some people were doing is like they create, sometimes lookalikes are in the millions. And they go, okay, got a lookalike, and then they spend money trying to target that, you know, the full size of the lookalike. But you want to narrow it down until you've got much more specific with the criteria. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but so if you have a smaller lookalike audience, it maybe isn't 10%, and maybe it is a greater percent. If you have,
if it's already in the, you know, maybe tens of thousands, then I would stick with that.
Okay.
But yeah, you're always going to want to test, split test.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. All right, I think we're out of time. I'd love to answer more questions. Please come up and see me after. Thanks for being here, guys. You rock. Enjoy. Inbound. Woo!